start?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I'm feeling so tense. Just gonna throw your hair back.
Right. Hello?
Wait, we haven't done the clap.
My
All
bad.
right. 3, 2, 1. Hello.
Welcome back to Sketchpad Pod.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Honor.
And today we're coming at you. Did that just stop recording?
No, we're still good.
Okay. And today we're coming at you from the beach.
This is a Petite Pod. We actually filmed a Petite Pod here last year.
Although you probably wouldn't recognise it because we're in the sandy.
Yeah, the
part
sandy
of the
bit of
beach.
it. It's a bit windy, can he lie? Anyway, we're having sandcastle competition.
Because why not?
And a bit of an update chat, which we thought would be fun. So as it stands, we're in Wales on our annual camping holiday,
Yes.
having a good time.
And as I'm sure you are all aware, we have been obviously social distancing with COVID for a very long time.
Oh yeah, that's
now.
all going on.
And
Alicia, you were saying the other day, we did like the first episode of season 3 in about February, and we were like,
Yeah.
everyone's like talking about this Corona thing like quite a lot. It's just a bit over dramatic, really.
Yeah.
Like here we are.
But we were very nonchalant about it then. But then little did we know we wouldn't be able to record and film together for
quite a
so
while.
long. Let alone hugging each other.
I know, because Alicia's joined a household with us, so we can all come to Wales. We when she arrived at our house just before we went, we were like, we can hug.
It was so nice.
It's weird. I listened to a podcast. It was like, how long is it going to be until we can take just hugging people and stuff like that for granted again? Yeah, sure. You knocked.
Oh no.
Anyway, so we're both doing dribbly sandcastles.
We're having a dribble off.
A dribble off.
Which, if you haven't done before, you just throw some sand in
with
some water and then you dribble.
Thank you, mate.
I know. This is not a how-to channel. In case you were wondering.
Yeah, you did that bandeau sewing tutorial. Iconic.
I still feel like my point is valid.
I think my hair is not. Oh, I was saying to Alicia earlier. So basically, we just camp in this field in Wales. It is a campsite, but it's very what's the word? Basic.
Yeah, minimal.
Minimal. That's making it.
Making it sound plushier
I
than
don't
it
know
is.
where to sit because I've got shorts on. I don't want to get wet.
Well, you can sit on this stone.
Nah, I'll just stay like this, I think. Anyway, so, and every day that I go and look in the mirror at the toilet block, I'm like, I feel like I look worse for wear.
Yeah, to be honest though, we've decided that just the light is quite harsh.
But
On our faces, we're like, yeah, that's the reason. It's just
the
very
mirrors.
harsh. It's the mirrors. But also, I think when you go camping, it just
yeah, it doesn't count.
no, it doesn't count. You can't look at yourself and compare it to any other point in the year.
No.
So don't look
I
at
don't
us.
know if that was better or worse.
Uh,
So, update, what's going on for you in September?
September, not a lot. I'm
Okay, so...
working. I'm going back to
September,
work.
October.
I am going back to uni. So for those of you that don't know, I go to Central St Martin's, University of Arts London, in London, and I'm going into my second year studying BA Fine Art, which is very exciting. Obviously it's going to be a bit weird this year because we're going to have to see. We're doing a blended learning, as they like to call it.
They're loving that phrase.
Online. I'm doing really badly here.
I'm kind of killing it, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't really have a technique, you see. So It's all falling down. But yeah, I'm really excited. Actually, just this week, I've just secured a flat.
That's been going on this week. Leisha, in Wales, where we are, there's very poor signal, and Leisha's been trying to like secure a flat in London, which already is hard enough.
Yeah, I mean, London's pretty competitive. I mean, weirdly though, this whole Miss Corona situation has made things a little bit easier in the sense of people are lowering prices and whatnot. I mean, you don't care about this. I'm like, why am I going on about house prices? Anyway, I'm sure you'll get to see it because I am hoping to do a little move-in blog.
Are you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it might be weird for like the strangers I'm about to move in with, but
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun time. You'll come along.
Good.
And Honor, what is happening for you in September?
So September I'm going to uni, go to Reading first year to do international development. So yeah, which is fun. Again, blended learning, blah blah. I don't really know. It's just one of those things that suddenly crept up because I've been off college since March. So in March I was like, it's so long away, and then suddenly I'm like, it's not actually that long away anymore.
It creeps up on you.
I know. Been doing some packing.
Did you say what subject you're doing?
Yeah, international development. Yeah.
So we're doing very different subjects actually.
Yeah.
But you know, Honor's going to be doing art probably more as a hobby now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I didn't do art for A level actually,
No.
so I already have done that for a couple of years. Might used to fill up this with a bit more water.
International development will not be a hobby for me, I don't think.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
Oh, it's actually really sore on my knees. Ow.
That's real sad for you.
I know.
Sad. What have you been doing with your summer, Honor? Anything of note? You went to Scotland? How was that?
I went camping in Scotland with my family, which was very good fun. We hired like a camper van because a lot of the campsites we were supposed to be staying in, a lot of campsites have done like you've got to be in a sealed unit, so not a tent, like a camper van or a caravan or something.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Went to, sort of did the whole top of Scotland. I've never really been to Scotland before, so it was cool to see. I mean, to be honest, since about March, I've just read a lot of books.
Any top picks?
Oh,
Top mentions?
top mentions. I'm sure there are, but I've like literally read. I think I'm on about book 68 of this year.
Well,
you keep talking. I'll think of one.
No worries. I'm currently reading Maya Angelou's "I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing," which is very good. And I just came across it in the bookshop one day, and I thought, why not? Because I mean, it might be pretty bad of me to say this, but I knew of Maya Angelou, but I didn't really
I don't really know much about her, to be fair.
So, but she's a poet and she's a memorialist.
She's
You know,
written
she
what,
writes
seven autobiographies? We were saying we could read alternate ones.
Yeah.
Get through the whole thing.
Spark notes
Yeah.
for each other, yeah. But basically, it's been really good so far, but I mean, to read, but it's also been quite harrowing. It's not your normal traditional read.
It's not a beach read.
But I would highly recommend it to people. And I've been watching I watched a few documentaries as well recently. I'm trying to think.
I've thought of quite a good book. I read this book a while ago now, probably in like March, called The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And it's this book where, like, each day, it's from the point of view of a new character. So, like, there's this man, the narrator, and like the protagonist, who every day he seems to wake up in a new person's
Oh,
body.
I think they made that into a film.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
And then don't they like fall in love with someone, but then they're like in a different body every day? So
no spoilers, but that may be what happens. I'll have to watch the movie actually.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
yeah, I might have to read the book then.
It's a good book
I
actually.
haven't watched the film either.
What
But
else
wouldn't that be so weird? I wonder, like, it would be also interesting if you woke up in the body of like people you knew, and then you would have to see everything from their like
that would be interesting.
vantage point.
I think there's another book about something like the 14 lives of Oliver something, because I recommended the 7 deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle to my friend, and she was like, I think I've read something that sounds very similar. But other than reading, I mean, since March, to be quite honest with you, don't know what I've done, don't know where the time's gone. I've been, no idea. I planted a herb garden.
Oh, it's a very successful.
I'm
herb garden.
thrilled with it, except have I talked about the time?
The time. Oh, as in the time heard, not
The time heard, yeah.
when something happened.
No. So I was away for a couple of days. I was staying over at my friend's house, and I got back and my thyme plant was gone.
Yeah.
And there was like a crater where it was, and I was like, someone has stolen my thyme. I couldn't believe it. Still not entirely sure what happened. It looked pretty dead, so the current theory is that Mum accidentally weeded it out. But it was honestly a mystery. It was a mystery.
Well, I am currently caring for Alora, which is my aloe vera plant. I haven't given a name to it, but I have like an ornamental plant. I forget. It's like an ornamental lily, I think. I'm not sure.
Should
But it's
call
very
it Lily.
nice. Maybe, yeah. I could call it Lily, but that feels like a little, that feels a bit derivative. People would go for Lily. I like going for something different.
Yeah, well,
I called my cactus Cinnamon.
cinnamon.
Yeah, I think it's a great name.
Not for a cactus.
Well, it's a small cactus. It's like it's something sweet, and then the cactus itself is actually prickly, so it's kind of a.
You've really thought.
juxtaposition.
Wow.
Whoa.
You thought about this.
No, I really didn't. I asked my mum what she thought I should call it, and she said cinnamon, and I liked it, so I just did that.
There you go then.
Wow, what a story, everybody.
Tell it again.
Have we explained the tell it again on this pod?
I think we have. One time Leisha said a really dull story when we were in a restaurant with some friends, and another one of our friends, Rob, like literally hollered, "Tell it again!" so loudly. Everyone in the restaurant turned around to look at us. It was terrible. We've got a group of friends that we sometimes go. We usually don't go out to meals, but like we'll just meet up usually. But sometimes we go out for we'll be like, oh, let's go out for dinner. And we're not very good in restaurants, I wouldn't say.
No, but because we do it so rarely, we try and make it a whole big event. So one time we went in these kind of matching jumpsuits and colourful shirts. That was quite hilarious. Also, the jumpsuits weren't the best quality.
Mine was see-through, I'm going to be completely honest.
And then another time we went all dolled up, black tie, and no one else at the restaurant was black tie.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fun.
Because bear in mind, we're not going to high-class restaurants. It is like Pizza Express in matching jumpsuits.
Yeah.
It's bold.
Now, just a quick update on our castle competition. I think Honor is solidly winning.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Mine is looking quite sad.
I hate to say it, but it is. We're going to go swimming after this.
Are we going to go swimming after this?
I think we could.
Honor's been making me
Are we going to say about
Braced
yesterday?
Oh, I think we really should.
I think we should. Yesterday, we went down for a beach walk. It wasn't great weather, so we went for a beach walk with our family down.
And initially, Honor really didn't want to go swimming.
I was like, I just don't feel
want
like
to.
swimming. It's Welsh water, so it's freezing. And because Jordan and Dad were gonna go back up to the campsite, then when it was high tide, they were gonna come down and surf. So I was like, I just don't feel like swimming. And then Leisha and I were like, oh, maybe swimming would be nice.
Yeah, but we're not going to do, because there's a very steep walk up a hill to our campsite. We can't have our bikinis with us.
We can't be bothered to go up and down. And I was like, well, I'd be more inclined to just swim now, to be honest with you. And there was sort of a pause, and you were like, yeah, so would I. Then we were like,
are we doing this?
Are we going to go swimming? And honestly, usually it's such a quiet beach, and it was so busy. There were so many people surfing because it's been really windy. We've got like some hurricane coming over from America.
Hurricane Elena?
Ellen,
yeah.
something like that. Anyway, so we ended up swimming in our underwear, which
we've done previously, but when we were a lot younger,
and when the beach wasn't as busy.
Yeah, and also when we were wearing more practical underwear.
We were see-through.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest, it was not a good look. And the problem was, it wasn't see-through and like, oh, scandalous, they're in see-through underwear. It was like see-through and like, oh, why?
Do they really make that choice today?
Was that necessary?
Yeah.
So we like left our clothes at the top of the beach and set off a run down to the water, and the waves were so strong. I was like trying to stay up.
Getting wiped out like every 3 seconds.
And then the surfers were further down the beach.
Like we picked the only quiet spot on the beach to save our sanity.
Moved up to literally right where we were because there was quite a strong pull down the beach, so they didn't want to be swept too far down. So then I was surrounded by people, and I was like, I can't get out the water. It was terrible. I turned around and I see you just sprinting.
Well, my thought was that I knew all of our clothes were at the top of the beach. Honor was
which was about 100 metres away.
and literally I could see coming out of the sea, there was just like so many people. I was like, well, I have to get to our clothes, and either I walk and just own it, or I was like, if I run fast enough,
they won't see me.
They won't see me.
But we weren't
what
running.
I went for.
Then I got out, and I was just like,
I also don't have that much stamina, so I was like, my target was not to get to our clothes. I was like, if I can run to the middle of the beach,
I just
then
need
there's
to
enough
be about
space.
40 metres away from the rest of the people.
Yeah, exactly.
So at least then I'm further away. They
just
can't
a blurry
really see me.
kind of image. But it was as I was getting out of the sea, I locked eyes with this surfer that was coming in. Me just standing there in my like semi-naked state, and as soon as we locked eyes, I got hit by a wave and taken under.
So bad. And there was
like,
this kind of like late
mood.
teens, probably early 20s surfer who was just laughing at me, and I was like, it's not funny. It was a sight to behold. And then I left and sprinted back up the beach, and there was this point that I was like, there was a couple walking horizontal to the beach, and I'm coming up like perpendicular to them, and I was like, I actually think we're gonna meet in the middle. And I was like, no. So I was like speed walking.
Well, I feel like I've somehow a little bit resurrected.
Yeah, you have
my
resurrected that
sandcastle.
actually.
So I'm going to call it quits on that.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. I think we can probably.
But just to say, this is obviously a little bonus podcast episode.
Yeah.
But me and Honor are going to have a chat and try and figure out how we're going to do podcasts.
Yeah.
More consistently.
Might do them on like Zoom or something like that.
Yeah, we might have audio podcasts separate to video.
Yeah.
Videos these days, but
because
we will let you know.
Last year when you were at uni first year, we were like, oh, I can visit up in London, but with social distancing and Corona and being now both at separate unis, we need to work something else out. I think something like Zoom could be cool.
Yeah. I think that's how all the kids are doing it these days. Not to make myself sound old or anything.
Too late.
Yeah,
right.
no.
Yeah.
Thank you very much
Thanks
for
for
watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe.
I hope
Give us
the
a comment.
audio's alright. We're going to go swimming now. Think of us because it
And let
looks
us
chilly.
know down below which sandcastle you prefer.
Let's face it, mate, we're the only people who comment on our videos, and
My dad comments
Oh.
on our videos.
Tim, it's mine, obviously.
Okay.
Okay.
Stay safe.
I can't even
Stay
turn the
warm
camera off.
because we won't be in a minute. And goodbye.
Bye. I can't turn it off.
Wow.